Alright then.
Alrighty, this is Ambiguous Influence, and I am back one more time tonight, as I have determined in my heart of hearts this is the hill I am willing to die on. So, I changed a few things in OBS, went and restarted the computer, and I'm just going to let things run here. Gonna go back and forth a bit. Actually sleep because Haravius is desperately beat up. And our damage reduction just the best out of this.
Hey.
And before I do anything that would be story or plot related, I'm just gonna... Actually, first let's go to this little room that we missed on the side here. This should be a good test.
I'm on the trail.
Alright, let's see if OBS survives first contact with enemy. Almost let me in this case. Kills the cultist. Thank you. Like, this is a game where it's kind of weird to tell
Hey.
how well it's going during combat, because obviously, like, I'm pausing a lot, so I'm like,
Alright then.
is that a frame hiccup, or is it just me pausing so I can do stuff? Okay. As much as I hate to say these dreaded words, it looks so far so good. Alright. So I'm just gonna lay down a quick save, then head on through this door. Okay, as you approach the blood pool, the vicious liquid churns and bubbles. You feel incense rising to the surface, reaching out to you, whispering. Someone should clean that up. Grotesque masks and pools of blood. These aren't half-hearted in their madness, are they? A bubbling cauldron of Skane's hateful seed. He may be sniveling and cowardly his ways, but he never lacked for focus. Sagani peers at the bubbling liquid. This is the work of something foul. We should keep moving. Extend your soul to the pool of blood. The faint whispering resolve into cacophony of voices. You imagine yourself surrounded by 100 men and women. Their naked flesh is scourged and bloody, or skinned and covered with flies. Their eyes are missing, replaced by glittering black stones. The voices cry in unison. What's this? Another soul comes to rage and burn, or merely to watch? You may be a long time in waiting. Our work today is already finished. You were sacrificed to Skane, weren't you? We were sacrificed to the whims and hungers of the rich and powerful, but what we gave here, that was our decision. They hover at your soul's edge, feeling you out. Our fury burned within us, unquenched and unfed, but hate can be fashioned into a weapon by those willing to pay the price. In life we were weak, but in death we made a choice. Choice carries power. What kind of power? The voice cackles. If you must ask, then you have never had need of revenge. They probe at the boundaries of your soul, exploring your essence. You also know the potency of cruelty. We have a proposal for you. We have a proposal that might suit you. It is so rare that we touch the soul of another. We grow bored, hungry. You hear a third voice, trembling at the edge of your sanity. Give us one of your companions, any of them. Let the essence of another join us, and we will share that power with you. No one will ever know. You need only think the name, and Your will shall give us the power to strike your chosen down. Alrighty, so. This actually allows you to kill a party member permanently. And, you actually gain a kind of little perk based on who you kill. So, as all things in Clarence Wong's head, we roll a die. And I am hoping for either a 6 or a 1. I did roll to reach out or not. I rolled to reach out, so... Yes! Durance. Done. Clarence Wong was granted Effigy's resentment. Durance. You feel a jolt of power jump from you to Durance. He blinks, his eyes turning to you for just a moment. He falls to his knees, choking and coughing. Blood gushes from the open mouth to the paving stones, running into the pool in a steady stream. Durance tries to cry out, but the blood filling his throat strangles the sound. Get him away from the pool! Hold on! Sagani drops to one knee, placing a steady hand on his shoulder. It's bleeding him dry. Andra's teeth! Quick, someone tend to him! Connor steps forward, only to recoil from the pooling blood around his boots. What malady is this? Haravis turns pale, his eyes wide with surprise. What's happening to him? Someone's doing something. He's dying. We need to help. His hands move to shield his view from the bloody scene. I think I'm going to be sick. He collapses at last, sinking into a draining pool of blood. You feel another presence in the blood pool, confused and angry. The other souls seem to crowd around it, stifling and smothering it. He's gone. What foul magic did we just witness? Haravis' Godia stands on end as the Orlan looks around in every direction. We need to leave this place while we still can. But how? He was fine, and then from one moment to the next, we must have stirred up some spellwork, a trap of some kind. Let us be out of this place, before it claims another. We must go. Adair tightens as his body fades from view. He looks as though he is ready to dive in after it, but he stops himself. He covers his face with one hand. Enough of this. Come on. A bargain is struck, Watcher. A strange power seeps into your soul as the bubbling and churning of the blood pool subsides. Hold! Ever know what you've done here? The pool itself begins to report the sound of dissonant chorus of perverse laughter that rakes at your ears. The lapping blood stirs in a large metal cage, half submerged in the center of the pool, and feeds loudly as it rocks back and forth on a rusted pulley, as if to answer your question. Wait, let me ask you more about this place. The time for questions is over, Watcher. The blood pool is still.
Hey.
All right. So with that, we no longer ever have to talk to Durance ever again.
Hey.
Now, yes, that does fail his side quest. Oh no. Oh, the content. It will never grace my channel.
Let's see this stubborn bastard. Let's see this stubborn bastard.
Oh wow, that's just a mechanics check. It doesn't open up the keys. Huh. Alright, let's continue on then.
What's this, Itamak?
Oh! Of course, the one trap I can find, I stumble right onto.
On the hunt.
Final Journal of Jonas again, Encrypt Master's Key. Scanite Scripture, more lockpicks. This feels trappy. Case in point. Gonna stop just a moment to let the endurance come back from my folks. I'm moving my mouse a lot just to watch how it's processing it. It mostly seems to be good, though, to be honest. They're obvious if you would cat out.
Leave it to me.
Okay. That went well. And things seem to be running pretty smoothly on the stream front, too. I hate to say it, folks, but we might have done it. This elegant vase is cracked and chipped. It looks like an antique from Eora. A large bull-necked man is in a hood helps a young elven woman down from a glass chamber connected to a dizzying array of cables and machinery. Her skin and clothing glisten with fresh blood.
You may feel a little lightheaded for the next hour or two, but that will pass. Have a meal and get some sleep when you return to town. The transfusion. The transfusion will be smoothest if you relax and rest. The implanted essence already has a hold on your mind, so fighting it will be useless. And I hope our new visitor does not complicate matters overly.
What's going on here?
Subversion. The black sheep cousin of justice. Or haven't you heard Lord Heron's tale of woe about a missing daughter and an impending marriage? He's sent his soldiers to scour the village while he bides his time at the Dracogen Inn. Word of the bloody trail you leave in your wake has reached even my ears. You of all people should understand what I'm doing. Polite society frowns on your extremes as much as they do my animancy and scans rituals. But unsightliness reminds polite society that there are limits. When no one pays attention to the excesses and debaucheries of a lord, you give them something they can't look away from.
What are you talking about?
Lord Heron's been telling everyone she's his daughter. He brought her all the way out here just to avoid anyone who might know differently. She's his niece, and she's carrying his child.
Her own kin. I know how I deal with that one. Why would he do that?
Heron's own wife's delivered nothing but hollowborn. Now he's got no heir, and his sister's child, Elise, is reaching the age to marry. Without progeny of his own, Heron's legacy would pass to her issue. So, he found a way to continue his own noble line by putting his child in this girl, his own niece.
And animancy is part of your plan to destroy him.
This isn't just about Heron or the girl. It's about the corrupting influences of power and wealth. How people of privilege, people like Heron, are so often insulated from the consequences of their actions. The charged essence of dozens of maltreated slaves and underlings is already taking root in her mind. Once it's established, it'll drive her to murder her uncle, her aunt, and anyone foolish enough to get in her way. People won't be able to look away from Heron's sins then.
Seems like a lot of trouble to go to when a simple lynch mob will do. They don't get a lot of things right, but the kind of thing they know what to do with.
I do not wish to destroy Nestor Heron. I wish to end his entire rotten line. His name will become a curse among strangers. The deeds of his house will be eclipsed by his ruin. Foes will hear his name and shudder with pity. And any relatives who should survive him will abandon their fortunes just to rid themselves of the association. You're hot-blooded, willful, but there is no room for mercy and vengeance.
Fine. If you want to destroy the Heron family, I won't stop you.
Return to Deerford above and see that Heron continues onward with her. Neither of us shall witness Elise's vengeance, but if all goes as planned, the whole of Deerwood will hear of it.
Her sobs have already subsided. She wipes at her cheek with the heel of her hand, sniffing away the last of her tears.
Go. The plot will come to fruition on its own now. Hey.
Alrighty.
I'll go on ahead.
An ornate crest decorates the sarcophagus. The name of the lid has been scratched out. Just a fine quarterstaff and some garnet. Okay, yep. If I remember correctly, there's a lot of beetles in this little cavern.
For Anthony!
Ha ha ha! Now this one I actually am going to keep Heravius in his Orlan form, because he uses a spear which is pierce damage as opposed to slash damage of his
Not getting through.
cat form. So ultimately he'll do more damage in this form, I think, because yeah, it's 15 as opposed to what would be 25, so... And I don't think he gains more than 10
All right then.
by going into cat form, so... Haha! We have the
What
mechanics!
could go wrong? All done. For Anthony!
Now the wood beetles is the same either way. So I actually will do a comparison here. So his damage right now is 14 to 20. When he goes into cat form. Okay, so he does gain a good amount, like more than 10. So actually having him cat form out is typically just going to be the right answer then. Let's go up here. So this brings us back to the tanners in the village. And I'm not sure if this will always auto-aggro them. But let's find out. I want to find out if we can do this and also complete things with Elise. What? Where are you, effigy's eyes? 7, stop him! Yeah, these guys always auto-aggro.
You should have run!
Oh, they're both dominated now. We even got a heal off from the Dominated Tigil. Goodbye. What updated on that? Huh. Like, I know you could go to him for information regarding the ogre.
That's how it's done!
Oh, come on, folks. There we go. So let's head back to the inn, get a another party member into that 6 slot of ours.
I've never been to Nasitok. Is it very cold? What creatures wander the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out some parchment for notes.
Ask whatever you want. If I don't know, I'll make something up.
I do like the party banter in this game, so I do like to let it play when I can. Hello, Lord
You have me
Herond.
worried sick, dear. What would I do if something happened to you? It's time Elisa and I moved on. It will be good to reach the quiet of Ina's Rest after all of this.
How I'd love to stick an air in this one's gut. Well, let us see what Clarence Wong does now. It's too late. Her mind has been poisoned by a scanite animancer. He is an honest
It's
man.
your idea of a joke. What's this about?
No, my idea of a joke involves a pathetic old lord and his niece. You have a vile sense of humor, but you might be right about one thing. I thought she was just exhausted after her misadventures, but... Back to Defiance Bay, then. Perhaps they'll know what to do in Brackenbury. I can only hope this won't complicate the impending match. Indeed, my lord. Watch them go. As ever, the dice goblins in Clarence Wong's head rule the roost.
Good day to you.
Okay, let's see what rooms you have. Bring in a party member. Now, do I want to keep Kana as a frontliner with this S-Stock or just bring in Pelageia? I think I'll bring in Pelageia and then have keep Kana as a backliner with the rifle.
I'm ready.
Which does mean we will be leveling her. Using fancy. Oh boy, more stealth. Nothing can take it to you. Utility talent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we break out our D12. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sign of Flame. Actually useful for her. Oh, well,
I'm ready.
no, it is useful because of her Flames of Devotion.
Hey.
Let's go wrap up some other side quests in town. First to the Alchemist
I
with
always
our
assumed
Dragon's
Blondfathens
Egg.
preferred traditional weaponry. Yet you seem uneasy with the bow.
Oh, I was a great shot when I had 2 eyes. I'm much worse now. It's hard for me to judge distances.
Well, you have the luxury of being able to catch dinner without the need of a bow.
Exactly. Why aren't more women complimenting me on that?
Hello.
I found the Dragon Egg. Elias feathered tits. How do you manage that? I'm not much of a storyteller. A man of action, then. Fair enough. Amazing, not a single crack. She hefts the A into the back of her wagon and rummages among her shelves. Here, take this. She drops a stack of coins and a parcel of ingredients into your hands. Everything you need to brew a good, strong pick-me-up. Should come in handy with the kind of scraps you get into. And come see me anytime you need potions or ingredients, alright? I got a special price for friends.
Hey.
Alrighty, then go see the farmer Rumford for the dead ogre. Okay, yeah, and as much as I hate to say these words, it does seem like I've been able to work out the OBS encoding issues. I mean, normally I would love to say those words, but I have learned to harden my heart against hope. Oh, I'm so happy.
How do you do?
Hold up the ogre's head. Is this what you're looking for? Blazes! That thing's even uglier than I thought. Look at the size of it! I've got big plans for this. You wait right here. He disappears into his house and returns with a blunderbuss in his hands. I call it the Lead Spitter. It belonged to my father and served me in the Saints' War. It's old, but sturdy. And it packs a real punch. Should be more useful to someone like yourself these days. He pulls a pad from his pocket. Oh, and 600 copies for your trouble. Keep the money. You could use it to rebuild your herd. He reddens again, this time with embarrassment. That's mighty thoughtful of you. It'll be another 6 months before any of these can breed anyways, although... Takes one look at the pig and gives a quick examination. This vent's still looking too small. I don't expect to get any good litters out of her, and I'd just as soon not have it weaken the rest of my stock. Why don't you take it? Give me one less mouth to feed anyway. The piglet trots over to you, its pink snout wiggling. Oh, we also get a piglet pet. Cool. Okay, let's look at this blunderbuss. Lead spreader. So it has a total of 7 DR bypass, 30% extra damage. Range of 8 meters. As opposed to 10 meters. You know what, let's try Duncana. And it is like 6 projectiles, so I wonder if it's like per? We'll find out.
Hey.
Okay, so with that all settled... Deerfoot Village Hero. Let's head to Sealand Raylog. Just checking to make sure that we don't have any... Okay, no construction we can do right now.
Hey. This is the place. My big brother's last battle.
Wish I
I
could
tell you what we're looking for. Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of reign has him buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, all right? Hey.
And I don't remember if this was on the
Not much here.
stream that was good or cursed, but we did find in the records at
Too recent.
Defiance Bay that his brother Woden had fought for Raid Ceres during the Saints War, which was the enemy nation. Oh, we can hire folks for our stronghold, though, to defend it. I will, hire the Avenger of Skane. That might have been a special one unlocked for the quest we did. And honestly, these guys are such a pittance per day to keep hired that you might as well get as many as you can. There we go.
Hey. Nothing over here. I guess they cleaned up real good after the battle. I think I see... No. Never mind.
Those face painters can't guard that place forever. These ruins are claimed, friend. On your way.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman, Pag. Eothasian.
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
Actually, they never found the body.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we done our part during the purges. Didn't we, Pag?
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Margaret, this'll be short work.
Do you always swear by your god when you do a devil's work?
Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
Well, they never do learn.
Settle!
kind of hits, kind of grazes. Oh, that's what the song.
Good shot with this.
Trying to look at Kana's. Okay, I did hear a shot go off. Okay, so yeah, 6 projectiles, 3 graze, 3 hit. And then it does a compiled damage. That's not bad.
That's how it's done.
They were right. That was short work.
Okay, and inspect here. Raid Saren's standard piece. The tip of some metal object protrudes from a mound of watery river silt. With both hands, you and Adair begin digging in the mud until the object is dislodged. You close your hand around it and pull it from the wet earth. The object is steel, semicircular frame, around the size of your fist, and even points around the semicircle, jagged points jut out like tongues of flame, the rays of a rising sun. At the sun's center is the Cov Silurus of a Volar's plant.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Ceres. Or did when Weidman was alive. Oh, it's something. Just not sure what it gets me.
We should take it to an expert. It's a thought. A lot of people wouldn't have touched this. Standard bears a position of honor most places. But the Raid Sarens actually took to fighting for it. What I heard, serious bunch. It's not a lot to hang hopes on, but hey, we were lucky to find anything at all. So it's back to Defiance Bay, I guess. Unless we spot my brother's bones laying around on our way out.
Hey.
Okay. A broken bridge lies before you. Most of it appears to have crumbled into the river centuries ago, leaving 2 jagged ledges on either side of the water. You see a yawning passage into the mountain on the other side. You might be able to jump across the gap. Jump to the other side. Priorius misjudges the gap and barely makes it across, spraining a wrist in the process.
Hey.
Oh, poor little guy. Look at that waterfall. Look at that waterfall! In all its fully encoded glory. Yes. I'm so happy that the streaming for this game seems to have sorted itself out.
I'm on the trail.
Very happy. And you know, I know it's tempting fate, but I think a real sign that things were going to go right was the dice rolling in a way that allowed me to sacrifice endurance for power. You know, that right there, that FEG's resentment, endurance, maximum just extra constitution. I think that really that was a sign right there that things were going to be all right. A dead endurance. I don't like turns, if you haven't figured that out yet.
Leave it to me.
Cat form. Pelagia, if you would attack something.
All right, then.
Let's see what lies this way.
Now, I am going to double check something because I think there's something in this dungeon that uses athletics on a check. And yeah, Dare's our best one for that with his 8 athletics.
Hey.
Varith! This!
All right, then.
Okay. Let's deal with the druid first.
Yeah?
Both of these are casters,
Ray.
but the druid can also shapeshift. Okay, really, there is no, like... I mean, they're going to the front line anyway, so we might as well take them out. I will have Heravius use his Call Lightning.
Better try something else!
Ah, yeah, that's the stuff I thought. Heravius, if you would, kill that Brigger. Have them focus on the druid. My bad thing. Oh! Kana. Oh no, Clarence killed the corrupted druid. Oh yeah, but Kana dealt like that, damage there. That's what all those numbers were. Okay, I'm liking this blunderbuss.
You should have run!
And to those viewing the stream, welcome. I believe we have resolved the issues with the OBS at long last, and I can stream this game happily. And I am so happy for that. And I'm happy to see viewers in the stream. And hope you have a fantastic week.
Hey.
Slow and silent.
I certainly have now.
Leave it to me!
Kill literal. Knock down the troll.
All right, then.
I don't know, whenever the prone animation plays for some of the bigger monsters, I just instantly flash back to Monster Hunter. Like in those moments when you get like they get knocked down, you really get to just like lay in onto them.
I feel you.
Kill these. Or, you know, just even though I'm gonna kill it, just kill it. It's a trap. We do not
I can
have
do that.
anyone
I
with
can
the
do that.
mechanics to even attempt to open that.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Of course. The traps I can see, I still check anyways, because why pay attention? Okay, this is back near where we started. Hello, Mr. Troll. Goodbye, Mr. Troll.
That's how it's done. Of course.
Head down here. Okay, and that's another entrance. So I wonder if we can get a key for there or if we're just locked out of it. We'll find out. And head down here. Go into scouting mode. Okay, more of an... Oh, casters. Oh, that was nice and fast. How much did Kana do? I'm sorry, I've kind of become obsessed with Kana's gun. But in my defense, it's a nice gun. Okay, she's dead. Now that's last guy here.
Hey.
Yep, one final guy down here. Well, I say final, but gotta dominate off on him. Let's get out of the AoE, folks. I really should not leave you there.
Hey.
Alright, head down here. Scouting mode. Quick save, just in case anything goes disastrously wrong. I don't think it will. I don't remember this dungeon this well, but... Oh, I actually do remember this room now. Yes, hypothetically things could go disastrously wrong here. Sporting. Attack. Attack, attack, attack. Okay, y'all. Take out the dank spore. Ranged. Attack the sporelings. Yep, keep attacking the sporelings, folks. Okay, Pelagia is back under our control after being... I forget if it... I don't think it's a charm, it might be a daze that the stank spores do. She is... Oh, confused. Right. Because it's not charm, because if so, she would, like, 100% be attacking us.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, and there's the trap.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea.
Can I deactivate the trap?
Which is not very
No.
quiet.
But let's do a lootin'.
Hey.
Okay, loot you. Loot you. Oh, moonstone. Okay. Just a fine stiletto. Nothing too much. Some crafting materials.
Slowly now.
And head down to the next dungeon level. More intact Ingrithan parts. So we might actually get some animates here. And silly me, having sacrificed my priest to a blood pool. Okay. A series of pictographs, simple but clear, are carved in a column in the alcove. Figures of men and women with their arms raised are carved into the top of the column. Suits of armor in the same pose have been chiseled into the bottom. I think we might find some animates here. Or golems, as some would call them.
Hey, look what I found.
Thank you, Her Obvious. Oh.
Hey.
Oh my word, we actually disarmed a trap. Oh boy. Phantom. See what's in here. 3 phantoms. So let's take y'all out.
Yeah?
Before we can do anything wacky.
run!
Brave Dalfilath.
The pictograms in this alcove portray a procession marching to an altar. A lone figure lies upon the altar and another member of the procession drives a dagger into his heart. Something flows from the dying man into a white stone perched above the altar. Oh, look, it's an animate. Down.
That's how it's done!
Time was a veil to the godless, no blessings to reap and no mercies to sow.
Hey.
Slow and silent.
Potion and some bloodstone. Animate.
You're not getting...
That we will heroically gang up on. Okay, a column of hieroglyphics shows men and women standing in a line and descending into a pool. The figures that emerge below it stand with outstretched arms in triumphantly serene expressions. Back up, let them come to us. Kill the Spectre. Okay, check the map real quick. Okay, so that's a pretty terminus position in the dungeon.
Slow and silent.
That is probably the pool. Leaving their bodies to offer their souls and forsaking the weakness of flesh and enfeebling of bone, the barbarian godless succumbed at last. Interesting. A man and a woman, carved from lustrous ardra, pour the contents of a vase at their feet. Okay, we have ardra and an Engwithan key. This multifaceted piece of crystal has been cut and polished to perfection. Okay. That did not anger any hidden guardians. Always nice to see.
I'll take a look.
A will-o-wisp.
Head on!
The images in this alcove depict a row of pale stones surrounding a suit of armor. Something flows from the stones and into the armor, imbuing it with a golden halo. 4 egg-shaped stones sit atop short, narrow pedestals. All face an altar in the middle of the room. Take a look, see here, okay.
Brave Dalfilath.
Unlocked with Engwithan key. Or, you know, just by going around the side area. Okay, there's probably going to be more either blights or spirits around here. Possibly animates. A man and a woman carved from lustrous Audra pour the contents of a vase at their feet. Same description.
Brave thou
You should have run!
So yeah, now I remember why I hate rain blights, because they are immune to pierce. Just straight out like, nope it. Okay, more ghosts going that way, so this is probably the crit path, so you know, let's go elsewhere. As you do. I mean, it's not like a Dark Souls game where you're like trying to play, let's guess what's not the critical path, and you wind up going on the critical path by accident. Then you want to find the side areas and get the weird stuff. Why did you full heal?
This isn't working.
Interesting. Let's try you. And Titans. Okay, you went down. You're casting something. Oh, I think... Can they cast heal on each other? Huh. He's trying his lightning bolt. Let me do a knockdown.
Hey.
Or just destroy him beforehand.
Of course.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is
Name's
not
down.
very quiet.
See what's down here. Do a quick save. Phantoms.
Blood makes the grass grow. Hey.
Ah, okay. There's a door here as well. Do not know how slow mute mode keeps getting enabled outside the battle. Audra grows from a central pillar and seems to spill down the steps. Luminous egg-shaped stones are nestled within the rippling Audra. Scenes from a battle appear on this column. An army of men in loincloths and hides is gathered, dwarfed by a dozen full suits of armor that loom over them. In descending images, the armors crush the army.
I'll take a look.
Audra animate. I'm going to have Panacea go behind just to get the flank on. I'm going to have Heravius cast his lightning. Have Clarence cast some missiles. Sagani, if you would do some raw damage. Etelmok, I want you to move over here. Get a flank going with that guy. Heravius, cat out.
Will do.
Move over here and cat out. Attack the main guy. Okay. And clean up. The core, +2 perception. This copper locket is the legacy of some of the Ingwithan's early soul experiments. The crystal inside is filled with the essence of dozens of souls. While no one is entirely certain of its original purpose, it is believed that this was created in one of the first attempts to build and control animates. It is said that, unable to get out, some of the souls have lost their sanity, while others formed a unique collective consciousness that kept the memory and talents of each alive. Those who wear it will swear they hear voices talking to them, guiding their actions. The locket is scratched and inlaid with simple neoloid patterns. The crown base is decorated with a stylized bear head. Upon opening the locket, you see a six-sided crystal that appears dark at first. However, as you gaze into it, it warms with an orange glow. Within shields and just items.
Hey.
On the hunt.
Oh, an animate that missed the memo. Folks, please go and attack it.
Hey.
Oh, pathfinding.
Hey.
Fighters in iron, relentless and fierce as the thousands of foes. Images of men and women swinging hammers and beating iron over a forge fills this alcove. Let's check these weapon racks. Basic ass armor. And fine mail armor. Anything back here?
I'll take a look.
Not like I'd have the mechanics to see it, even if there was. Alrighty. So let us continue onward. Come on, load. There we go. And I believe, yes, we are now here. And this was our goal for Madame Web in the Lead and Key, figuring out what they were doing here in Kleban Rog. Kleban Relog, I should say. Vessel flesh. Oh, no, it's just going to disappear. Something in the ether hums and buzzes through your teeth. A haze of essence lingers over the body, as faint and insubstantial as the dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ear, and anticipation warms your blood. In a vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as if through different eyes. You've heard rumors that some of your brethren were sent here months ago, yet you see no sign that anyone was here in fact. The cobblestones are covered in a fine layer of dust, ash. You know suddenly that what this will cost you, and you are ready. The orders were clear. The effect of the machine in Kleban Rog were beginning to wear off. A child had been born not far from Deerwood recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactivated. You and your companions take up the positions. You share a final look of affirmation between yourselves. They don't know your name, and you don't know theirs, but you know you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest matters. Two carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like freshly greased carriage wheels. A wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hands to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes when you glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening in the machine, but you feel a tingling at your extremities. Searing pain spreads throughout your body, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while, it feels as if you're falling toward the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision to find yourself kneeling and gasping for air, holding your head. You let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw outside of Clan Liss, where several robed figures fell amidst a howling biawak. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it appears that the Ludden Key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over the Deerwood. You alright? Looked almost like you'd lost your footing for a minute. It happens from time to time. You really are a watcher, aren't you? Once in a great many generations, one of my people is born with the ability to speak to the souls. Usually such individuals become elders, or alone their tracks in the snow. I would have thought my journey would be easier if I could see what you see, but looking at you, I'm not so sure. You're rather nosy, aren't you? There are a few secrets in Masuk, but I understand that some value the privacy more than we do. Forgive my curiosity. Ah, don't worry about him. Just likes doing that from time to time. Seems to cheer him up, so I let him. Every time he goes a little strange in the face, I try and see if I can hear anything. It hasn't worked so far. See if you can get him to tell you what the spirit said.
Don't fret. You'll get used to it.
Hey.
Okay. And then we head here. You hear running water and see a small stream that carves its way into the mountain. Inspect the stream. A shallow bottom flicks and wavers just under the water's edge, but as you look toward the tunnel, the bottom disappears into darkness. From here, it's impossible to tell how deep the stream is. However, a faint light plays along the walls of the tunnel. The echo of rushing water suggests the tunnel and stream continue for quite some distance. Wade to the tunnel. You take a slow, sloshing steps toward the mouth of the tunnel, holding yourself upright while the current tugs at your legs. The cold water leaves you gasping, and as it rises past your waist, you fight to control your breaths. The stream bed soon drops out from under your feet, and the current pushes you towards the tunnel with growing force. Swim into the tunnel. The current pushes you through the tunnel, faster and faster, tugging you downward. Over your head, the tunnel narrows and drops, leaving only a thin pocket of air. You take a final deep breath before the current drags you into the depths. Rays of light pierce the darkness, but the current is moving too fast now for you to see more than a few flickering glimpses as you speed by it. You keep your hands in front of yourself and focus on avoiding the jagged rocks that appear suddenly in the darkness, jutting from the walls. A light winks at you up ahead. You are approaching it fast, but it looks to be the mouth of a second, smaller tunnel. You might be able to reach it, but your lungs have started to ache. Grab the edge of the tunnel. You wrap your fingers around the rock side of the tunnel and peer into it. It terminates in a dead end, but something glints among the rocks at the far side. Reaching it would be a chance for anyone without strong lung capacity. Send it air! Oh, it's on Constitution, not Athletics. Well, that's why we send Adair anyways. Adair pulls himself into the tunnel, executing deft scissor kicks while the passage narrows. At the end, he finds a skeleton with a handle protruding from its ribs. Adair pulls it free and pushes off from the wall, propelling himself back to the main tunnel. Swirling and tumbling into the darkness of the tunnel, you see a halo of light above, and you swim and kick toward it. At last, your head breaks the surface. You gulp air into your aching lungs and pull yourself to the edge of the pool. Crawling out of the water, you look at the cavern around you as you massage feeling back into your aching cold limbs. You have gained an item, the Rolls of Salt Hollow. Okay. The Rose of Salt Hollow. Morning Star, two-handed. Plus 25 corrode damage, and 20% of damage restored as endurance. Not bad.
Hey.
Okay. And before I leave here, I do want to check to see if that key we got will open this door. It does. Let's see what's inside.
On the hunt.
Looks to be some sort of armory. Try to do a knockdown.
Hey.
Kitty cat man.
This isn't working.
Okay, that's one animate down. And two animate down. Alrighty.
All right, then.
Sura's supper plate. Retaliation. Okay. And we also get a tiny animate, which is a pet. Oh, isn't that cute?
Hey.
Worth it. Alrighty. Let's head on out. I believe we can head out this door without incident. Because if you came by the right entrance before, there were Glenfathens guarding it. He wouldn't let you in.
Laying low.
Let's see if they're still out there. Yep. Right there. But this does let us see these nice statues. A cadaverous man looks upon the path into the mountains, one skeletal arm raised and the other pointing to the door. The wall seems to emerge from the... This woman seems to emerge from the wall of the mountain. She's little more than a skeleton swathed in robes, and her gaze is fixed on the massive doorway. So let's head back in and just go out the other entrance. Jump to the other side. I believe there are camping supplies here? Yes, there are. So let's basically make use of those free camping supplies. Ah! Sagani saunters over to you, stretching her legs. She holds a pouch of deer jerky in one hand, and she offers it as she takes a seat across from you. Itumak looks on hungrily. Long day? She bends one arm behind her head, reaching until you hear pop. Just wanting to see how you're holding up. You seem to have a lot of long nights. Things aren't so good. I was afraid of that. She folds her arms over her knees. Look, it's been a while since I had a hunting party, but we're in this together now. And even if we're hunting for different things, we're still hunting together. She takes a hunk of dried meat from her pouch and bites a long strip from it. Itamag licks his lips, and she tosses him the rest. I don't understand exactly what's happened to you, but I'll help you find Theos. Same as you're doing for me.
Hey.
I like Sagani. She's just really down to earth and, like, just pretty cool. Okie dokie. So, let me check. I'm going to check the quest journal real quick. Because... Okay, I'll have to turn that one in. Okay, we'll bring that back to Durned Row anyways. Okay.
Hey.
So first we'll go to Copper Lane and turn that into Osric. Oh, he'll be so fun. He is the member of the Dozens who was kicked out of the Crucible Knights.
Of course.
Okay. Oh, fellow of St. Widewin. Potential follower, and a pretty good one, actually. Yeah, let's dismiss the Scald. And grab the fellow of St. Widewin. Okay, let's head to the hall, speed things up. Yep, here he is. I gave the affidavit back to Penhelm. I won't blackmail him. But you let that ass kisser keep my family's armor? Or maybe he won you over with smooth talk and a few coppers. That's it. No matter. You've chosen your side now.
Hey.
Ooh, and that got some good level ups. So, we get to do our ever so lovely random level up process. Ooh, and a new quest has been added. Let's look at this one first. At the southeastern edge of Erglanfoth, the isolated town of Ariana's Tears sits on the northern shore of the Lake of Drowned Tombs. Great names. Lately, a strange phenomenon has turned the lake's clear waters black. Stranger still, the town's stone tombs have been breaking out open from the inside. The skeletal occupants slowly march into the water's edge and into the depths. Let's send Aloth. Oh, we'll get experience in a Ikbir tomb fragment. Oh boy.
Hey.
That sounds fun. So, let's level up randomly. And yes, level 9. Ooh, 5th level spells. So that is going to be athletics. Nothing can take a 2. So, let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's pull out that d12. 11 it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Form of the Helpless Beast. Basically, polymorph can be used on Kith enemies to turn them into a pig. And that leaves us 10 other spells. We'll roll a d10. 1. Archimir's Wondrous Torment. Drains Resolve Intellect and Perception, creating 2 less powerful versions of the effect that jumps to nearby enemies when the first effect ends. Oh, and by a good amount, too. So it's a good mental debuff. And then Spell Mastery for my first level. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 exactly. So Spell Mastery, I believe it's like once per encounter you can just cast it for free. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's Fleet Feet, so plus 3 move spear and plus 20 defense when disengaging for over half a minute on myself, so actually not that bad for an escape. There are worse spells it could have been.
Just say the word.
So yeah, now under my... Yeah, like once per encounter I can just cast Fleet Feet without using a spell slot. Heravius, let's get you up to level 9. That's going to be athletics. Nothing can take a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 it is. Winter Wind. Foe AoE for freeze damage with a push. Not bad to have as a once per encounter. And we also unlock his 5th level spells. So we have Cleansing Wind, which is actually really nice. It's a push that heals ally endurance and pushes enemies. Embrace of the Stone Talon. Oh, this is a good one. So this one, it's a AoE. And it inflicts slash damage and can petrify anyone in it. Petrify is a deliciously broken in this game. Ball of fire between enemies, nature's terror, electrical aura. Plague of insects, always good, dealing raw damage over time. Relentless storm. So I think that's just a better version of what we already have. And then Wall of Thorns. But, like, for why Petrify is so freaking broken. Petrified. A petrified character's soul temporarily transforms their body into a mobile, brittle stone. They suffer the same effect as being paralyzed, but attacks do greatly increased damage. Overrides paralyzed, stunned, stuck, and prone. So I believe it's... I wonder if it says in the journal exactly how much it is. Cyclopedia, afflictions and injuries, petrified. Okay, it doesn't say exactly what it is, but it used to be like...
Hey.
In version 1.0, it was something like... I want to say 4 times damage, and I think it got nerfed to 2, but that's still deliciously broken. Oh, that is a fun hat. Even kept the teeth. Okay, let's roll for Adair skills. That's going to be lore. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 options for him. So let's roll the d20. That is a 2. Vigorous defense. Once per encounter, plus 20 to all defenses for 15 seconds. Hard to go wrong with that.
Hey.
Alrighty. Let's head on over to Hadrit House. Get the cipher to read Adair's metal standard thing. And talk to Lady Webb to continue the main quest. Okay, Brackenberry. Come on, load. There we go.
So, Kana, what do folks in Rawatai do for fun? Aside from each other? Escape at every shiny object that comes along? Or is that just what you do when abroad?
Tekoa may be more traditional, but it has its share of festivals. Drink a little wine, find someone to dance with.
Wine and dancing? Oh, guess I had it all wrong. So, no shark races and undersea orgies?
No, that's all true.
I do love the party banter in this game. Okay. So let's see this guy here who's been our main point of contact. See if he's also the point of contact for Deer's quest. Yep, sure, I'm the Steel Sun. I want to trace a man who might have touched this item. He looks it over, his ears twitching with interest. From a war standard, yes? Very serious? Yes, I believe I can be of assistance here. The imprint isn't fresh, but it is well preserved for the most part. If you're looking for someone, your rather unusual gift may be of value here. Images can be fleeting. Your target will be easier to identify by the makeup of his soul. I will share what I see. It will be to you to make sense of it. You'll pardon my presence in your mind, all for a good cause. He takes you by the hand, holding the Steel Sun in the other. Now clear your mind of all wayward thoughts. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulse of collective experience, and noisy with the thoughts of the past, of battle, of faith, of home. You drift from voice to voice, thought to thought, Adair's soul a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the din, brassy and earnest, a shade brighter than Adair's, but unmistakably of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but his journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path stretching both southward to Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that turns the Deerwood to Raid Saris. You trace the path back to its origins, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance and time rendering images blurry and details scarce. From Gilded Vale it follows a road towards Madamia Bridge, reaching the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline to Raid Saris. Your path leads to a Raid Saran city, regal and austere in the Eora imperial style. It winds through streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through a pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon the throne sits a man whose head is a pure, blinding light, and as its gaze turns to you, the light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, but its words are impossible to make out in the imprint, echoes of echoes. The voice and light fade, and the path bends backward, carrying you along through the barracks, then back southward, marching into Deerwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield the imprint is vivid. You see a Raid Saran standard topped with a steel sun, clutching in the hands of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in Raid Saran armor with Adair's straw-colored hair race toward the standard and lift it, the path you've been flying clear to see beneath his feet. And as his hand brushes the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country and a brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant, your thoughts are gone as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick the path up again as it meanders south and disintegrates in the shadow of Kleban Ra Milag. You open your eyes.
Looked like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Raid Saris instead. He met Widewind there, then he enlisted.
Well, what'd he talk about with Widewind?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewind? Why'd my brother fight for Raid Saris?
I really don't know.
I guess that's it.
We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What would we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. Soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. Whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
I wish I could be of more help. You have my sympathies. As often as an item shows us what we need to know, it will disappoint. My files are full of cases that have run cold. On bad days, I have to think often of leaving, applying my skills to something less confounding.
Hey.
Okay, and it looks like the dispatch quest resolved. After several futile nights of waiting, Aeloth finally discovered the origin of the lake's black waters, the Kangula of a witch who had settled in Ariana's tears over a century ago. Locals had accidentally plowed up her burial plot. Her remains had slid into the lake during a fierce storm. The spirit, previously content to haunt the field, had begun calling her old neighbors down to the lake with her. With the help of the locals, Aeloth was able to put the spirit to rest. Most of the corpses were able to be returned to their tombs, but not all of the tombs could be reassembled. Aeloth brought back a piece of one mystery tomb as a souvenir. Why would you do that? Okay, we get this tomb fragment. It's a necklace, gives +10 accuracy against spirit, max endurance, but negative max health. Okay. Can I actually build anything right now? Yes, I can. Let's build... Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to go down the list. So let's build the library.
Hey.
How fares your search?
There's something I can tell you about the Leaden Key operations.
Well, let's hear it.
The Leaden Key is manipulating a group of Ingwithan machines that span the country, and it seems to be causing the Hollowborn epidemic.
I had feared they might be involved in Widewind's legacy. It seemed too extreme even for them. How naive I've been. The Leaden Key's conspiracy is clear now. They have used Engwithan technology to engineer Widewind's legacy, and they want people to blame Animancy for it. As we speak, the Duke is holding hearings in the palace. He is listening to arguments for and against Animancy. When they finish, he is expected to decide whether to outlaw it. It seems the Leaden Key has been pushing Deerwood down this path for some time. I, for one, would enjoy seeing their little scheme fouled up at the last moment. Our Duke must hear what you have to say. Unfortunately, the hearings are closed to the public, which makes the Duke inaccessible until they are completed. However, certain groups have been invited to attend. You might get in with one of them if you aren't above a little pandering. There are delegations from the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, and from House Dominel. If you can gain the support of one of those groups, that may be your best way in. See what you can arrange.
I want to discuss the Animancy hearings at the palace.
What of them?
Wouldn't they allow guests of Dunrid Row into the hearings?
We would only do that as a last resort. Walking in with one of the 3 invited groups puts you in a position of influence. Walking in alone as a representative of Dunreed Row would earn you distrust among all the rest. It seems our organization has a reputation for nosiness and manipulation, for whatever reason. It would be best if people did not see Dunreed Row's hand in this. Easier for them to embrace the truth.
Okay. That brings us to that. So, at this point, we basically have to align with one of the factions. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to roll for it. On a d6, 1 to 2 knights, 3 to 4 dominel, 5 to 6 dozens, and then pursue that there. If for whatever reason it turns out I'm not able to complete one of those, like I don't know if I can actually do dominel. Dozens might also be a bit harder just because of the stuff that's happened. I'll just re-roll amongst the others. I don't know if there actually is a lockout on that. So, if so, we might find out. But what I am going to do, because it is getting near 11, is I'm going to call the stream happily for once, because we got to a point I want to be at, instead of just dealing with technical issues. So I am very, very happy to be continuing this. The next stream will be Psychonauts, but after that we'll be back here to
Seganya, what is it like not to see your
Pillars of
children
Eternity.
for so long? I
Let these
imagine
two talk.
it must be difficult.
Even in my souk, I'm on the hunt more than at home. But 5 years. It's been a strain.
Then to your good fortune. Ado Vidorio. May you see them all again soon.
Okay, so I'm going to put a save in here. And I will see you on the next Pillar stream, which will likely be Wednesday. I'm looking to do the Psychonaut stream Monday night. So yeah, hope to see you all there. I will be putting the VOD up on YouTube, which is something I have not been able to say for a while on these ones. And I hope you all have a fantastic night. and thank you for stopping by now. Bye-bye.